Hi, this is Stephen Childs, The Way of Fairness. This morning, I was attacked by a spirit that's trying to get me to give up. And it was trying to convince me that there's nothing I could do to not be defeated, and there was going to be a terrible disaster was going to happen to me. And then I got really sick. I don't know if it was from food poisoning or something. I've heard it. I was listening to IFS when they first developed it. Richard Schwartz. There was people that got close to fine. It was when they were looking into the severe abuse that had happened to them. So, see, this involves some perpetrator, and I'm starting to figure it out now as I'm making the video. If somebody's done someone wrong and they want to keep them quiet, they want to shut them up, they will do anything possible to stop them. Now, what if they have the ability to connect with other spirits, spirits that are on the side of evil, that can interfere with a person's mind, like yours or mine? So they can make people crazy. They can make you confused. It's like a really powerful gaslighting that is beyond the level of human ability. It's involving an evil spirit. My higher power is just silent. I'm like, where's my higher power at? Well, this is going on and I'm being betrayed. And that's all I can do is just try to not believe it. Don't believe the lies that I'm being told. And just continue to be helpful and not harmful to other people, to not do anyone wrong, to practice the way of fairness, the fairness agreement, and to continue working toward the World Fairness Agreement. So a few nights ago I dreamed about the Pope is talking with me, just a real brief. He's connecting. We're face to face, and I know inwardly that it's about the World Fairness Agreement. And also a Rothschild, big money Rothschild, didn't tell me which his first name, that he's interested in the World Fairness Agreement. So I'm having signs are starting to happen that something along this line is actually happening. So I'm hoping to get the world's churches and the world's governments to support this idea. And if we get a majority of the people wanting it, the governments and the religion will follow suit. The power of evil does not want fairness to happen. They want the people that win to continue to keep stuff hidden. So the people that use the power of unfairness for their power, they're hiding what they've done with the power of unfairness. And so I've been under attack because the people around me are organized by the power of unfairness. I made a video about it a few days ago. Is it the Lord or is it Satan? The Lord is organizing people. Is it Satan? So I watched a video this morning where it says that God is the devil. And it goes back to Marcion, some of the Gnostic stuff, where they did not want the Old Testament involved in the new religion that was beginning to form, that ended up being Christianity, and the Catholic Church reunited it with the Old Testament and government and made the first Christian government religion, the Catholic religion, Roman Catholic religion. So people have been fighting against the world authorities for a long time, and it hasn't been defined as fairness versus unfairness until now. And this is what makes the most sense to me. And I made the video where to not be afraid, choose love, not fear. And so I said I want to not have any fear of God, and I'll put God in I don't think there is a God, by the way. But if there was, I would choose to bind him, kill him, stop him from doing this horrible thing. But, like he's telling all these different people about a religion that's supposed to kill the other religions. So we're all killing each other and thinking that God told us to do that. Any kind of being that would do such a thing needs to be exterminated. So I have no fear of God, so I want to exterminate God. So I'm saying the same claim now in different words, stronger words. So I took this position in that video, choose love, not fear. And I also said that the devil I would put in hell for doing me wrong, would create a hell, because hell doesn't come from God, it comes from people create. It's like a jail. Would put the evil one in jail, would lock him up. So I'm being attacked by the people around me that are on the side of God, on the side of the Old Testament, on the side of the Jews and the Christians, and also the Muslims, because this is like an equal equality in my accusations of unfairness. The Quran is just as unfair and just as tyrannical, just as authoritarian as is Judaism and Christianity. And these three religions account for more than half of the world's population. Any unfairness in any other government or religion or person we're against unfairness in ourselves and everywhere else. We don't want to do people wrong anymore, and we don't want people to do us wrong anymore, from whatever power they have to do us wrong and get away with it. So I was told this morning that I'm going to go to hell for what I did in the video. That now God's going to put me in hell. I'm going to go to hell. And that's like that illness that I had, sudden, come out of nowhere. I've heard of this a few times. Jeffrey Mishlove got sick when Ted Owens was angry at him for questioning his precognition about UFOs. There was 2 instead of 3, and he admitted to Jeffrey that he had caused it. When he called back half hour later and says, "I'll never do that again." He had made him sick instantly. And Dick Schwartz is talking about people getting sudden fevers out of nowhere, high fevers. I don't know if he understood that is from the perpetrator trying to stay hidden. So he's approaching the place where his clients might tell him who it was that did it to them, rape or whatever. So it's trying to stop us from being more powerful. It's trying to stop the people of fairness from having more power than the people of unfairness, or good versus evil, if you'd rather look at it that way. And this is not just planet Earth. This is the entire universe. The Bible talks about a war in heaven. So a lot of this stuff was revealed to people in the past, and it's obvious to me that it's coming from revelation from spirits that are also working with me. But now we're in 2024. I'm an atheist. And it's not about a tribe of people having the most power, the only real God. That's changed. And they're supporting me. So they knew we would get to this place. They knew that I was going to make the World Fairness Agreement because they told me I was going to guide the people that are unfair, that became trapped. That's like the spirits, the ancestors that are, or whatever, that are trapped and trying to keep us under control to solve their problem. It's like the dead people are ruling the living people. There's an example of how that might play out. And the dead people are on the side of unfairness versus people that are living on the side of fairness. Well, that's not exactly how it is. So it's mixed. And I think that's how it is with all the people everywhere. So everywhere in the universe, it's like some of the people on that planet want fairness and some want unfairness. And on every planet you go to, that's how it is. In every family of humans on the planet, there are those in the family that want unfairness to win and those that want fairness to win. So it's more like that. And then within ourselves, we have a battle against our own unfair personality that keeps trying to reassert itself. It does in me. And so I'm identifying the critic that's telling me I'm just worthless because I made a mistake. How horrible can I be to make a simple mistake? I just won't drop it, this critic in me. Where'd that come from? It came from the parents that got that given to them from their parents. So we have this monster, this critic monster, this critic archetype. And we're fighting against that, and that's what protects evil. Because it defeats us when we try to stop it. If we start trying to stop evil, we'll make some silly mistake, and we can't live it down in our own mind. And there goes all of our power to stop someone from being unfair to us, because the critic has broken us inside again. And then we go into such a depression, there's so much pain, we go back to pursuit of sex or drugs or some other power addiction, money addiction. So this is the cycle that happens. Today, I'm staying focused on trying to get past this power that's caused me to get ill. I need to go to talk to I need to do the telephone court system. I already did. And it's what happens, I got a message telling me I need to call at 2 and explain to the court, to the judge, that I need to have it rescheduled. Well, it dawned on me that I just got another email just like 5 minutes to 2, just before the court started, and I didn't really read it thoroughly. And then during the court, while I'm waiting for over an hour to explain I need to reschedule. I don't even need to be there. And I realized, I think that email was different than the one before. And I read it while I'm waiting, and it said council and court have already agreed on rescheduling. And I go, oh, I don't even need to be here. So it's like this power has got all the people in the court system, all the people in the court being in there for late on their rent, eviction, the attorneys, the judge, the planet. All the people are organized by this power within our mind. I have a higher power that organizes me with other people that have a similar higher power. So we talk about fairness, and we feel joy and hope. And the people that think I should go to hell for saying God needs to be put in jail or exterminated because he's evil. This is what the Gnostics said too. This is exactly what they started saying 2,000 years ago. A lot of them got killed. So I didn't go to hell. So I'm hearing from my higher power that I won. This is happening telepathically. That I won this battle for the last couple days. They could not put me in hell. They tried to make me think that I'm going to hell. And I was given a really scary experience of hell, like last year. And I was trying to avoid learning about it. It's like, I don't want to go there. This is too difficult to learn about this stuff. And it's like, I got to learn about it or I'm in danger of it. So this is what this video is about. I'm sharing with you what I have learned about it. They're trying to put us in hell even though we're the good guys of fairness. And they're the bad guys of unfairness. They want to have control of God. It kind of proves there's not a God. It's just a group of people that have power over our mind. And whatever there might be after we die, I don't know. I'm being led to believe that we don't die. They keep us in this identity for some time period that's necessary to complete the resolving our life experience, I suppose. And that maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just a fiction. Or maybe we exist for all eternity. Who knows? So at this point, I'm not focused on that. I hope there's an afterlife and I'm like a really powerful person of fairness to stop unfairness from happening everywhere. You know, it's not like, I'm not talking about the fairness of a volcano. That's mindless. That fairness does not come into play with something that has no mind. Fairness and unfairness only apply to sentient beings, conscious aware beings that consciously make choices of doing someone else wrong, exploiting someone else. Like the wealthy people exploiting poor people that are forced into working for them long hours to survive. And that they have control of the governments. So I'm wondering why the unions don't choose to be fairness unions. Then nobody would have a complaint about them. See what I'm saying? So it seems so simple to me that we need the law of fairness to happen. And if you watch the government, the court proceedings, just society in general, the arguing, the interruptions, the petty, senseless, stupid system that we have. How can anyone tolerate it? You know, imagine attorneys and judges that do this every day. The politicians listening to people arguing and interrupting. How do they tolerate this? So we need the 1 minute method of argument, of disagreement. No interruptions, you got 1 minute. Because it's like a hot topic or something controversial. And then your time is up and you don't get to say anymore until the other people have had their chance to say something for 1 minute. The topic that people will be right on target, making their point. You can't lie very much in 1 minute. You know, you can only tell 1 or 2 lies. Well, some of these guys, I'll bet they could tell 20 lies in 1 minute. That you'd have to take each one of their lies and get the evidence to disprove that lie. They bury us with lies. So, the government has been lying to us. I was thinking about this today. The Republican people are becoming fascists and they lie like it's how they get their money, by lying. That reminds me of some other people. See, this system is all messed up. It should be about making everybody not experience unfairness from any other person. So, the government, the people that have acquired jobs that are being paid by taxes by the government. This includes military, judges, lots of things. I'm not going to try to go into all the people that are paid money by taxes. What I wanted to talk about was the UFO situation and the way the government lies. So we have these stories about Roswell. Was there not a UFO? People like to lie just to get attention. So the public can lie about seeing a UFO to become famous for 15 minutes. And of course, loose lips sink ships. So in the military, in the time of war, we have to lie because we have enemies against each other. The Quran prescribes lying to the enemy right in their scripture. So the Republicans are thinking the government lies like a rug, if you ever heard that expression, because rugs lie flat on the floor. So why shouldn't we? The religions are lying to us about cosmology. Why shouldn't we? So we have examples from the highest, most powerful institutions on the planet, the governments and the religions, and they lie to us. And then they lie some more. And then they try to cover up the sexual abuse within the systems of government and religion. So when normal human beings grow up in this environment, 9 times out of 10, they're going to become somewhat or to a high degree corrupted. I think probably 100%. So the corruption that I had from being born into this, and just because of human nature, perhaps, we have to work to stop it, to stop our doing wrong to others. Is the most simple way, quickest way to explain what it is, because it covers all the types. So imagine how people would be if we grew up in a world where we have the law of fairness protecting us. So that the young person, the child knows that if somebody does something unfair, a group of people gang up and bully on the person, that it's going to be stopped because the law of fairness, and everybody wants to stop the unfairness, and bullying is definitely not fair to perpetrate on some individual. So we would be a lot less crazy. We would be a lot more compassionate. We would not have disengaged from our emotional reaction to abuse. We're so used to abuse that we don't feel anything from it. Some people connect with it like with a pet more than with people. We have these pets we love, and if somebody abuses the dog or the cat, they can safely express how wrong that is. Where you can't do it with people, because the power of who you're accusing something of is supported by this devil network of unfairness, or God, unfair godness, and you get attacked. So it's up to us. Do we want to stop this insane, hateful, corrupt, unfair mentality that's what's making people these days? Or should we have a culture of fairness that's what makes people these days? Have a great day.